So I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking
Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection.
about the Steph Curry video about LeBron playing with Steph Curry. So I'm thinking, LeBron James didn't play with the most top 75 players of all time.
Where do you find the perfect graphic?
Let that sink in. LeBron James has played with the most top 75 players
Between a dog named
all time. If you look at the top 75 list, he has the most top 75 players, and he is the out of the GOATs and the Mount Worthmore or the top 10 players, he got the least amount of championships.
perfect designer, developer,
Let's just look at it. Let's take a look.
or whomever you may need, tends to fall right into place.
Shaquille O'Neal
Find
played with Shaq in Cleveland.
could start today.
Ray Allen played with him in Miami. Dwayne Wade, of course, won championship with Dwayne Wade in Miami. AD won championship in LA with him. Russell Westbrook playing with him in LA now. Carmelo Anthony playing with him in LA now. 6. That's 6. Top 75 players. And let's look at and Kobe was second on that list because he played with 4. If you bring him playing with Steve Nash, right? You say you bring up that 40-year-old Steve Nash. I brought up Shaq, even though Shaq was averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds that year in 2010 with LeBron. Steve Nash was averaging 12 and about 4 or 5 assists. So I'll bring up Steve Nash because he did. You can bring up 40-year-old Karl Malone. We can bring it up. We're gonna be fair in objectivity. So Kobe played with 4, LeBron played with 6. That's 2 more. Kobe only played with 1 top 75 player to win his championship with. The other 2 championships he played with Paul Gasol, who's not. And shame on them for not having Kyrie Irving or Chris Bosh on the top 75 list. Right? Kobe did not play with a second top 75 player. Michael had 2 top 75 players on all 6 on both his the first DP and then the second DP with Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen. The first one was just Scottie. Kobe's last 2 was just with he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, right? Kobe made him a Hall of Famer, like Paul Pierce said. Paul Pierce said Kobe made him a Hall of Famer. He would have just been another big skill that we ran through in 08, and he got it better in 2010, and he won multiple championship playing alongside Kobe Bryant. He's just been a big man losing in Memphis, just averaging 18, 19 points a game, right? So you got that out the way, bam. But Kyrie should have been in the top 75. Chris Bosh should have been in the top 75. If them two guys, that's 8 top 75 players. And then if you would have threw in, if Dwight Howard definitely should have been, so Kobe would have had 5 with Dwight, and LeBron would have had 8 if Dwight would have made it, but Dwight didn't make it. So Kobe stuck at 4, LeBron at 6. It's a shame enough for not having Kyrie. So when we look at it, we look at the championships. Michael won 6, Kobe won 5, Magic won 5. Tim Duncan won 5. Because Tim Duncan played with Dave Robinson, he played with Kawhi Leonard. Kareem played with James Worthy. Mike Magic played with James Worthy and Kareem, the top 75 players list, right? Mike Cooper didn't make it. Byron Scott didn't make it. That was great players. Mike Cooper, he's not even Hall of Fame. Byron Scott, he's not in the Hall of Fame. Magic got 5. Larry Bird. Larry Bird did. I think Kevin Kelly didn't make top 75. Got 3. So LeBron and Larry Bird is pretty much won the last championships with the top 10 list, the top 10 greatest players. We all debate and conversate and argue about. So Larry Bird and LeBron James got the less amount of championships. Everybody else we talk about got 5 or more. Even Tim got 5. Kobe got 5, right? So when he said he wanted to play with Steph Curry, that makes the most sense in the world. Because Kobe did not win with 40-year-old Karl Malone and 36-year-old Gary Payton. He won with a prime Shaq, coming out still in his prime Shaq for 3 straight years, right? All LeBron 4 championships, besides the one in Cleveland, the Kyrie should have been in top 75, was with the top set. So 3 of his 4 championships with AD top 75 player, 2 with Dwayne Wade, a top 75 player, right? So 3 of his 4 championships with top 75 players. Kobe last 2 don't have a top 75 player. Michael had top 75 players on both 3P runs.
Good evening, Mike.
One over and 2 multiple. Isaiah Thomas and Kobe Bryant are the only 2 players that won multiple championships without a top 75 player. You said Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, not top. Isaiah Thomas and Kobe Bryant has won the most championships without another top 75 player on their roster. Yes. And I would have said Kawhi, but Kawhi won with Tim Duncan. Right? I would have said Tim Duncan, but Tim Duncan won a free with David Robinson and one with Kawhi Leonard. So Tim Duncan may be on that list too, because Tony Parker not a top 75 player. I have to look at Tim Duncan and put him with the Kobe Isaiah Thomas list, because he won 2 with David and won 1 with, I don't know if he won 3 with David. I had to look at it, but I think he won 2 with David, 1 with Kawhi, and 2 with just Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, who not testing out. So you got to put Kobe, Isaiah, and Tim Duncan and won multiple championships, but not top 75 players on their roster, on their team. But go back to with LeBron. LeBron James has played with all the talent. He played with all the talent. He want to play with another top 75 player, because Steph Curry's a top 75, so he want to play with them. So eventually, I mean, damn. I mean, when he's sitting up there on top 75 list, he can look around and say, I played everybody. I ain't played all these guys. Shit, if you played in Magic, Michael, he played Michael Jordan. You want to play with Larry Bird. You want to play Matt. You want to play with Kareem. Kareem, I want to play with you. Look, got the Wayne there, got Melo there. Shit. Look around. Ray Allen over there, I play with him. He let top say like, God, I mean, come on, LeBron. It's ridiculous. But I thought I'd add that, share that video. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what y'all think about this.